My name is Humberto Orozco. I'm with Latino Link, and it's a nonprofit serving the Latinx LGBTQ community in Atlanta.
My name is Jennifer.
I was waking up, normal Sunday, just getting my day going when I looked on social media and I realized what was going on. And so I turned on the TV and was shocked to find out that it was a mass shooting and that it was a Latinx nightclub where they were hosting Latinx night. And I felt very targeted and alone. I wasn't sure who to go to, and I remember feeling a sense of loss even though I didn't know anyone there. I felt very sad to know that 49 lives had been lost, and I also felt saddened by the fact that something came over me, and I thought, where can I find safe space if I can't find it at a Latinx LGBTQ nightclub? So that was my first thought, and just overall grief that I felt.
Wow, ¿dónde estaba? Estaba levantándome una mañana como se puede decir que normal. Las primeras noticias veo el escándalo, mucha noticia había pasado en Orlando y 50 muertos casi, ¿no? Y fue fuerte porque para la comunidad lidiar con todo este tipo de cosas yo creo que es bastante fuerte. Lidiar siempre con el señalamiento, lidiar siempre con la incomodidad de muchas personas, lidiar con tanto, yo creo que fue algo fuerte, realmente fue fuerte.
As I woke up, she said, I realized it was a big event, tragedy. Almost 50 people died, and it's something that shocked me, and I didn't know how to take it all in. But it's something that my community has dealt with for years, and so I wasn't completely surprised, though it was very shocking and disturbing. Over the last 5 years, I believe community has grown closer, and I believe there's still some division within the LGBTQ community, specifically here in Atlanta, that I believe needs improvement. And it's unfortunate that it takes a tragedy such as this to bring people closer. So I think that while it's sad that it did occur and people lost loved ones and people are still reeling from that tragedy, it is a reminder each year to come together and put our differences aside. And I think for me personally, I've been more involved in community here in the Atlanta area. I have been involved with Latino Link to try and be that resource that people didn't have then. In fact, Latino Link had just been born like a year prior to Pulse, and so I've been involved for the last 3 years, hoping to keep that legacy going, that people started this organization for that reason, to be a resource. And I hope that my work is going to last and continue going strong after I am doing other things. I hope that Latino Link continues to prosper and serve community.
Bueno, en realidad he estado en vigilias. ¿Cómo se ha respondido? Pienso que hay muchas cosas más por hacer. Necesitamos mucho más información, necesitamos ser precavidos en todo lo que está sucediendo, porque a pesar de 5 años, pienso que no está progresando.
I have been part of vigils, and that was something that I think was much needed, and Se me pasó lo que dijiste después.
Pues es en realidad como un retroceso, ¿no? Porque se están creando más leyes para uso de armas, cuando tenemos que evitarlas. La información siempre va a ser lo más importante. Pienso que han respondido positivamente, pero hay mucho trabajo por hacer. En este tipo de cosas siempre hay mucho trabajo por hacer.
I think the community responded well, and as always, there's a ton of work to do. It's something constant, and community needs to do more. I think we all could do a lot more. Moving forward, there's a lot of work that our communities must put in order to rid ourselves of the hate that leads to tragedies such as this. Just in the Latinx community, there's a ton of discrimination that still occurs because of somebody's identity. So I think that's the biggest challenge right now, is to get more empathy. If we can get more people to be empathetic with folks who are from the LGBTQ community, I think we would make a big step forward and avoiding something like Pulse to happen again. So I think that is something my community is most responsible to do. I mean, and I'm taking accountability as a leader in this community to bring awareness to my community, and hopefully that will spark conversations that will lead to a more inclusive society. That is what we need, just to have those conversations that are difficult and oftentimes ignored.
La prevención siempre va a significar para mí mucha información, mucho diálogo y tratar de estar todas las comunidades juntas, que es lo más importante, con información, con mucha... todo lo que abarca, todo lo que tiene que ser todas nuestras comunidades en un punto de reunión, siendo una sola familia completa. Solamente creo que así podemos vencer un poco lo que está pasando.
I think the most important factor in this is information and getting people to have dialogue. Information that is going to be key to having a more inclusive society in this country, and specifically for our community, the Latinx community. There's a lot of misinformation. I think that needs to be addressed, and that's why getting the right information out there and having conversations will get us to that point.
Pienso que tenemos que tener más precauciones. Estando en cualquier lugar, estar en nuestras redes sociales, en nuestros teléfonos activos todo el tiempo y estar siempre alerta, porque ¿qué nos queda? Sobrevivir.
Another thing that is important is remaining vigilant and alert, because there's just a lot going on, and we have to stay in the know and always aware of what's going on. That will help us prevent something like this happening again.
Pues creo que nunca tenemos que cansarnos de hablar de lo mismo, de tratar de hacer propuestas, de tener las iniciativas para que estas cosas no vuelvan a suceder.
Another thing that we must do is bring about change in terms of legislation, and that will go a long way to eradicate the bad policies that have allowed some people to have access to guns, and I think I will add on to that. It is important to have not only legislation at the state level, because it's not coming from the federal level, but I think we need to keep pushing our legislators to do more at the state level, because it is clearly not going to happen, or hasn't happened, and we should continue to advocate for solutions that are going to keep guns away from people who don't need to have guns.